What does it take to turn a single dollar into a global empire? How do you transform a passion for makeup into a billion-dollar fortune, or a powerful tennis serve into a venture capital dynasty? The women on this list didn't just get rich. They rewrote the rules of entire industries, broke barriers, and built legacies that will inspire generations. Today, we're not just counting fortunes, we're exploring the incredible stories of grit, genius, and unwavering ambition behind some of the wealthiest black women on the planet in 2025. Kicking off our list at number 10 is a name that represents the new frontier of wealth, Valerie Moran. While many fortunes are built over generations, Moran is a fintech queen who shattered records in the United Kingdom. With an estimated net worth well over $150 million, she made history as the first, and for a time, only black female entrepreneur to ever break into the UK's exclusive Sunday Times Rich list. Moran's story doesn't start in the financial hubs of London, but in Zimbabwe. She moved to the UK in the early 2000s, first working in property and insurance before diving headfirst into the world of financial technology. It was a bold move into a sector dominated by men and old money institutions. She and her husband, Noel Moran, started their company, Prepaid Financial Services, PFS, from their kitchen table. No venture capital, no army of investors, just a clear vision and relentless hard work. PFS specialized in digital banking and payment solutions, creating prepaid cards and e-wallets that streamlined finance for clients across Europe. As head of operations and client relations, Moran was the engine behind the company's explosive growth. She was known for her marathon work days, often lasting up to 15 hours, and a leadership style built on constant learning. That dedication paid off, big time. Without a dime of external investment, the Morans grew PFS into a fintech powerhouse. Their massive exit came when they sold the company to Australia's EML Payments in a deal valued at a staggering $327 million. Moran's personal 16.3% stake in the company cemented her fortune and her place in history. What makes Valerie Moran's story so powerful isn't just the money, but the barriers she demolished. For years, the Sunday Times Rich List, the definitive guide to UK wealth, had never featured a self-made black woman. Moran didn't just make the list. She proved that the new face of British wealth could be a black woman, an immigrant, and a tech pioneer who built an empire on her own terms. At number 9, we have a titan of Nigerian industry, a woman who conquered fashion and then set her sights on oil, Folorunsho Alakija. In the past, Forbes and other outlets have ranked her as a billionaire, and while her net worth has since fallen below that mark due to fluctuating oil prices, her story of grit and foresight is legendary. She remains one of Africa's most formidable businesswomen. Folorunsho Alakija didn't start her career in the oil fields. Her first love was fashion. After studying in London, she returned to Nigeria and founded a high-end fashion label, Supreme Stitches, quickly becoming a favorite among the Nigerian elite. But she had bigger ambitions. In 1993, she took a huge risk and applied for an oil prospecting license, an audacious move in an industry completely dominated by men and global corporations. Her company, Famfa Oil, was granted a license for a massive 250,000-acre offshore block in the Niger Delta. Back then, nobody knew if anything was even down there. Many in the industry considered the block undesirable, but Alakia pushed forward. She brought in technical partners, and what they discovered was beyond anyone's wildest dreams. The Agbami Field, a massive deep-water oil reserve holding hundreds of millions of barrels. Almost immediately, the Nigerian government tried to reclaim a huge share of the block. What followed was a grueling 12-year legal battle that went all the way to the Supreme Court of Nigeria. In a landmark ruling, Alakija won. The court upheld her company's stake, cementing her control over a resource that would generate billions. The story of Folorunsho Alakija is all about incredible foresight and sheer tenacity. She saw a massive opportunity where others saw nothing and then fought for over a decade to protect what was rightfully hers. Her journey from fashion designer to one of the world's most powerful oil magnates is a story of epic proportions, proving that with courage and conviction, it's possible to conquer any industry. Our number 8 spot belongs to a history maker and industry disruptor, Fawn Weaver. As the founder and CEO of Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey, she's not only built one of the fastest-growing whiskey brands in American history, but has also unearthed a forgotten chapter of black history. Her net worth is speculatively estimated at around $480 million, a figure not yet confirmed by major financial outlets, but her impact on the spirits industry is already legendary. Fawn Weaver wasn't a whiskey insider. She was an author and entrepreneur who stumbled upon a remarkable story. She learned about Nathan Nearest Green, a formerly enslaved man who was the master distiller for none other than Jack Daniel. It was a stunning revelation. The hidden genius behind one of the world's most iconic whiskey brands was a black man whose legacy had been all but erased. Weaver was captivated. She realized the only way to truly honor his legacy was to put his name on a bottle. In 2017, Fawn Weaver launched Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey. From day one, the brand was different. It wasn't just selling a product, it was selling a true story. She bought a 323-acre horse farm in Tennessee and transformed it into the Nearest Green Distillery, a destination that celebrates Green's contributions. The brand's success has been meteoric. In an industry dominated by legacy brands, Uncle Nearest became a sensation, winning hundreds of awards and becoming the best-selling African-American-owned spirit brand of all time. Fawn Weaver's genius lies in her ability to weave history, quality, and purpose into one powerful brand. She didn't just tell Nearest Green's story. She established a scholarship fund for his descendants, ensuring they can attend college for generations. She also created initiatives to promote diversity within the American whiskey industry. Fawn Weaver didn't just ask for a seat at the table. She built a whole new one and, in doing so, changed the conversation forever. At number 7, we have a woman who literally changed the frequency of American media, Cathy Hughes. With a net worth estimated to be around $500 million, she's the visionary founder of Urban One, the largest black-owned media conglomerate in the United States. Cathy Hughes's story is one of pure, unadulterated grit. Her journey into media began in the 1970s at Howard University's radio station, where she created the now legendary The Quiet Storm format. But she dreamed of ownership. In 1980, she purchased her first radio station, WOL, in Washington, D.C. The early days were anything but glamorous. As a single mother, the financial struggles were immense, and she even had to sleep on the floor of the station with her young son, Alfred Liggins. But she refused to give up. Her bet was on a simple but revolutionary idea: creating programming for us, by us. At a time when mainstream media largely ignored black audiences, Hughes saw a vibrant and underserved market. Her company, then called Radio One, began acquiring stations across the country. The ultimate breakthrough came in 1999 when she took Radio One public, making her the first African-American woman in history to head a publicly traded company. The little station she had fought tooth and nail to keep afloat was now a media giant, which she expanded into television with TV One and a suite of digital platforms under the new name Urban One. The sheer audacity of Cathy Hughes' journey is the wow factor. She entered a capital-intensive industry with next to nothing and built an empire by betting on her community. She faced down banks that wouldn't lend to her and advertisers who didn't believe in her vision. Today, Urban One's portfolio reaches a massive percentage of black households in America. She didn't just build a company. She built a platform that has amplified black voices and shaped culture for over 4 decades. Coming in at number 6 is an icon who redefined a sport and is now conquering the world of business, the one and only Serena Williams. With an estimated net worth that sources in 2025 place around $350 million, Serena has masterfully transitioned from being the GOAT of tennis to a formidable force in venture capital. The world knows the story of Serena and Venus, 2 girls from Compton who rose to dominate a sport that had few faces that looked like theirs. Serena's professional career began in 1995 at just 14 years old. Her response to every challenge was always the same: victory. Her trophy case is simply staggering, with 23 Grand Slam singles titles and over $94.8 million in career prize money alone, the most for any female athlete in history. But Serena's genius was never confined to the tennis court. While still at her peak, she was already planning her next move. She quietly founded Serena Ventures, a venture capital firm with a revolutionary mission: to invest in companies founded by women and people of color. She saw that founders from underrepresented backgrounds were routinely overlooked and believed investing in diversity wasn't just a social good. It was a brilliant business strategy. Today, Serena Ventures has invested in over 70 startups, Beyond her fund, she's launched her own fashion and beauty lines, holds lucrative endorsement deals with giants like Nike, and even has a minority stake in the NFL's Miami Dolphins. What's truly awe-inspiring about Serena is how she consciously uses her platform and capital to create opportunities for others. She isn't just building wealth for herself. She's actively funding the next generation of diverse entrepreneurs. She once told Forbes, "I want to be the brand instead of just being the face." And that's exactly what she's done. Serena Williams has transformed from a sports legend into a business titan whose legacy will be defined not just by the trophies she won, but by the doors she opened for so many others. How do you turn a $1,500 loan into a multi-billion-dollar global enterprise? Just ask the woman at number 5, Janice Bryant Howroyd. She's the founder and CEO of the Act One Group, a global leader in workforce solutions. With an estimated net worth of around $610 million, she holds the historic distinction of being the first African-American woman to own and operate a company with over $1 billion in annual revenue. Janice Bryant Howroyd's story is the quintessential American dream. She grew up in North Carolina, one of 11 children. In 1978, she was visiting her sister in Los Angeles and simply decided to stay. Armed with a loan of about $1,500 from her family, she opened a small staffing agency in a tiny office in Beverly Hills. With just a telephone, a fax machine, and an unshakable belief in herself, the Act One Group was born. From the start, Howroyd focused on providing exceptional service, becoming known for her ability to find the right talent for any job. She was a true pioneer, developing innovative technologies that set her company apart. Over the decades, she grew Act One from that single office into a global powerhouse. Today, the Act One Group is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise with operations in dozens of countries, serving a roster of Fortune 500 clients. And through it all, it has remained the largest privately held, woman-owned workforce management company in the United States. The most incredible part of Janice Bryant Howroyd's story is the sheer scale of her achievement. She didn't just create a business. She built a global empire in a highly competitive industry, starting with less money than most people spend on a new laptop. She's a true trailblazer who dedicates significant resources to education and mentorship, proving that real success isn't just about what you build, but who you lift up along the way. Entering our top 4 is a global icon who has transcended music to become a cultural and business phenomenon. Queen Bey, Beyoncé Knowles Carter. With a net worth estimated by sources like Forbes in 2025 to be around $760–800 million, she has built an empire by taking complete ownership of her art and her brand. The world met Beyoncé in the late 1990s as the lead singer of Destiny's Child, but her solo career signaled the arrival of a true global superstar. Behind the chart-topping music, a brilliant business mind was at work. Early on, Beyoncé made a pivotal decision. She would be the CEO, not just the performer. In 2010, she founded Parkwood Entertainment, a company that gave her complete creative and financial control over her career. Through Parkwood, Beyoncé has revolutionized the music industry. She pioneered the surprise album drop in 2013 and turned her legendary 2018 Coachella performance into the Netflix concert film Homecoming. Her tours are massive economic events, with the Renaissance World Tour in 2023 grossing a jaw-dropping $579 million worldwide. Her empire also includes blockbuster endorsement deals, the athleisure brand Ivy Park, and her hair care line, Sacred. Her business acumen is on full display with her record-breaking 32 Grammy wins, the most of any artist in history. Beyoncé's wealth is a direct result of her strategic genius and her relentless insistence on ownership. By owning her masters, her publishing, and her production company, she ensures she's the primary beneficiary of her own hard work. She has created a self-sustaining ecosystem where her art fuels her commerce, and her commerce funds her art. She's not just playing the game, she's running it. Our number 3 spot is held by a woman who made history as America's first ever black female billionaire. the indomitable Sheila Johnson. After co-founding Black Entertainment Television, BET, she has since built a second empire in luxury hospitality and professional sports. As of 2025, her net worth is estimated to be around $1 billion, placing her back in the exclusive billionaires club. Sheila Johnson's journey to becoming a billionaire began in 1980 when she and her then-husband, Robert Johnson, co-founded BET. It was a revolutionary concept, a cable network dedicated entirely to black audiences. As executive vice president, she was instrumental in shaping the network into a cultural phenomenon. The watershed moment came in 2001 when Viacom acquired BET for nearly $3 billion. The sale instantly made Sheila Johnson a billionaire, a historic first for a black woman in America. For most, that would be the end of the story. For Sheila Johnson, it was just the beginning. Following her departure from BET, she embarked on a remarkable second act. She founded Salamander Hotels and Resorts, a luxury hospitality brand. After her own frustrating experiences trying to find high-end resorts that felt truly welcoming. Today, her portfolio includes 7 luxury properties, but she didn't stop there. A passionate sports fan, Johnson became the first black woman to hold ownership stakes in 3 professional sports franchises: the NBA's Washington Wizards, the NHL's Washington Capitals, and the WNBA's Washington Mystics. Sheila Johnson's story is one of incredible reinvention. After achieving a level of success that most can only dream of, she started all over again. She took the fortune she earned from one empire and single-handedly built another in industries, luxury hospitality and pro-sports ownership, where black women are even rarer. She proved her success at BET was no fluke. She's a brilliant and visionary entrepreneur in her own right. Coming in at number 2 is the pop star who became a billionaire by revolutionizing the beauty industry, Robin Rihanna Fenty. In 2022, she was named the youngest self-made female billionaire in the US. As of 2025, Forbes estimates her fortune at a staggering $1.4 billion, making her the wealthiest female musician in the world. Rihanna exploded onto the music scene from Barbados in 2005. A relentless string of hits made her one of the best-selling musical artists of all time. But even as she dominated the charts, she noticed a glaring problem in the beauty industry. For decades, mainstream brands had failed to cater to a diverse range of skin tones, leaving women of color with few options. Rihanna saw not just an injustice, but a massive business opportunity. In 2017, she launched Fenty Beauty. The launch was groundbreaking. The foundation was released in an unprecedented 40 different shades, sending a clear message: everyone is welcome. The brand was an instant sensation, reportedly raking in over $100 million in its first few weeks. Fenty Beauty is now a global empire and the cornerstone of her billion-dollar fortune. She applied the same principle of inclusivity to lingerie with Savage X Fenty, a brand celebrated for its diverse range of sizes and body types. She owns an estimated 50% of Fenty Beauty, proving she's a true owner and entrepreneur. Rihanna's genius was recognizing that inclusivity isn't a buzzword. It's a multi-billion-dollar business strategy. She didn't just create products. She sparked a movement that challenged the exclusionary standards of the beauty and fashion industries, forcing competitors to finally expand their own offerings. Her story is a powerful example of how serving an overlooked community can lead to not only immense financial success, but profound cultural change. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. At number 1, holding her undisputed title as the richest black woman on the planet, is the queen of all media, Oprah Winfrey. With a staggering net worth estimated in 2025 to be around $3.1 to $3.2 billion, Oprah is not just a billionaire, she is a global institution. Oprah's journey is one of the most iconic rags-to-riches stories of our time. Born into poverty in rural Mississippi, she endured a childhood of extreme hardship, but she had a remarkable gift for communication. After landing a local talk show in Chicago, she transformed it into The Oprah Winfrey Show. Debuting nationally in 1986, the show was a cultural earthquake. But her most brilliant business move was negotiating for ownership of the show. She formed Harpo Productions, ensuring she would own the content she was creating. The Oprah Winfrey Show ran for 25 years, and the profits she owned made her a billionaire by 49, but she was just getting started. Harpo Productions went on to co-produce acclaimed films like Selma and the 2023 musical adaptation of The Color Purple. In 2011, she launched her own cable network, OWN. Her empire also includes a massive real estate portfolio with over 2,000 acres of prime land in Hawaii and strategic investments in companies like Weight Watchers. Oprah's story is the ultimate blueprint for turning influence into equity. She understood, decades before almost anyone else, that true power comes from ownership. By owning her show, her studio, and her network, she built a media empire that she controlled. Her philanthropic impact is just as massive, having given away hundreds of millions to charitable causes, most notably the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for girls in South Africa. From the humblest of beginnings, Oprah built a multi-billion-dollar fortune and became arguably the most influential woman in the world. From Valerie Moran's fintech disruption to Oprah Winfrey's media dynasty, these women have done more than just get rich. They have built empires, challenged the status quo, and kicked down doors. As of 2025, there are only 3 confirmed black female billionaires in the world: Oprah, Rihanna, and Sheila Johnson, making their presence on this list all the more monumental. Their stories remind us that wealth isn't just about the numbers, it's about the impact you make and the legacy you leave behind. Whose story inspires you the most? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.